One of the most watched bills this session had its first stage today at the state capitol.
Yeah, there's obvious interest given the size of the crowd that showed up to support the George Floyd Act. KXAN's Maggie Glenn is following that story for us today from the Capitol.
We stand together to say enough is enough.
On the same steps of the Capitol where protests broke out in early summer last year, community activists from across the state rallied to support House Bill 88.
We're here today fighting for the George Floyd Act to make sure that we are not losing another black life to politics, to white supremacy, and to also archaic laws that protect the officers, not just the communities they're serving.
House Democrats filed the bill,
dealing with things like qualified immunity, certain tactics that police officers use.
After hearing hours of personal stories here outside the Capitol, this same group is moving inside the Capitol for testimony in support of the George Floyd Act.
Let's stop these public lynchings.
They included George Floyd's close friend Travis Kaynes.
I didn't see my little brother die. I see my little brother get murdered.
And dozens more. But the bill has become partisan. Republicans show hesitation after law enforcement agencies raised alarms. The Texas Police Chiefs Association only opposes part of the bill, the removal of qualified immunity, which provides legal protection to officers making split-second decisions on the job.
If you remove qualified immunity, you're going to decimate the law enforcement profession. And your officers are going to leave perhaps by the thousands.
Still, the group agrees reform is needed this session.
Now is the time to make substantive change. We just need to be careful stewards of said change.
Maggie Glenn, KXAN News.
The combined law enforcement associations of Texas also testified against the bill today. It was critical of the fact that it doesn't include any training requirements for officers to enact change.
The former Minneapolis police officer charged in Floyd's death will stand trial beginning next week. Derek Chauvin, who was seen on that cell phone video kneeling on Floyd's neck for nearly 9 minutes, has been charged with second-degree murder, third-degree murder, and manslaughter. The 15th and final juror in Chauvin's case was selected on Tuesday. 12 jurors will be seated with 2 alternates when opening statements begin March 29th. The 15th juror will be dismissed unless one of the other jurors is released before then. The makeup of the jury includes 9 women, 6 men, with 9 white jurors, 4 black, and 2 who are mixed race. The ages of the jurors range from their 20s to 60s.